You think small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch.
Hey y'all, it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. Oh, I look a mess. But anyways, so gotta give you a crash course of what's going on, right? So I'm going to be a patient for the second year OT students, and I'm going to be a Heather. Heather has a constant burning and aching. She has distal radius fracture in a complex regional area or something. And Mark, he's a mechanic and he has a scar and he can't bend his hand. He's trying to increase range of motion. So I'm gonna see if my teacher will let me record the process of what it's like to be in simulation labs and all that stuff. If they do, cool. If they don't, then I sneak and do it. Don't mind the noise. That's Taylor. She's talking. She's on FaceTime right now. But I got to be there at 12:50. It's 12:26 right now. I don't know where the research lab is, so that's why I'm leaving kind of early so I can figure out where all that is. But I'll be back and hopefully I can record. Okay, bye. Over and out. So I did my first one and they're doing ultrasounds on my hand because my person had a distal radius fracture and ultrasound was supposed to help ease the pain, but I didn't record. They seem a little nervous, but I'm gonna be them next semester anyway, so here I am. Yeah, it's cool though. Got a little ultrasound done on my wrist, so yeah, see y'all. Okay y'all, so that was cool. Like, it was so cool. I was about to record, but when I was about to record my next person, it was actually time for me to be up. Like, my time slot was up, so I was supposed to do it from 12:50 to 2:10, and I got done at like 1:40. So they were a little above, or not above time, ahead of time. There we go. Same thing. But yeah, so I can just tell y'all how it went. Okay, so I had to play Mark and I had to play Heather. Heather had a distal radius fracture or whatever. Don't ask me what that means. That is a second year problem and I'm only a first year. So she had a distal radius fracture or whatever. And I have a 1-year-old son and I work as a computer operator. So I be typing all day. And all that repetitive typing stuff hurts my hand. So I need something to fix that. So to help me with that problem, I got ultrasound done. And the ultrasound is not like showing images. It's more so it's transmitting sound waves into my tissue to break up. I learned all of this in my sessions. I did like 4 different people. Yeah, use the sound waves to break up my scar tissue and release the adhesions from my muscles. So I'm assuming when you hurt yourself or when you have fractures, like, okay, I'm getting my people mixed up. Okay. Editor cut. Okay, so yeah, it all does the same thing. Like the ultrasound breaks up the scar tissue or whatever, and so you can have more range of motion. The other dude, or the other person I had, was Mark, who was a mechanic. He was 52. I didn't know I was 52 years old, but here we are. And I got a laceration on my hand from work, and I had to get an ultrasound as well on my hand. The other one was on this part of my arm. That was Heather. And then Mark had it on the left hand. And with Mark, yeah, they was telling me that it breaks up the scar tissue because Mark, he doesn't have range of motion. He can't grip stuff anymore because he's a mechanic, and on his side hustle is he be fixing antiques, so he can't really do the screwdriver and use his fine motor, you know what I mean? So yeah, so the ultrasound breaks up the scar tissue so it can release the adhesions of the muscles. So when if you scar on your hand, I'm trying to dumb this down. I ain't learned this yet. Hold on, bear with me. Ain't no bear with me. You know, I seen somebody. Anyway, okay. So you scar you hurt yourself, you scar your hand, and then when it heals, it might heal like this. But the ultrasound with the little heat in it, they put the little gel, transmission gel on it. And I thought the transmission gel was to like do something for real, like make the image clear. It just makes the thing where it glide easily. So I really thought they was calling me ashy, but whatever. So they put there and they transmit the heat and all that stuff to hopefully break up the scar tissue so you can move your hand or whatever. So yeah, so they did that and they got graded. The teacher was in the room. When I did a sim lab like 2 weeks ago, we didn't get graded on it. They just wanted to show us how it was. The teacher was sitting behind a 2-way glass, but this time the teacher was sitting right there in their face, and I was just like, girl, the way my heart will be in my booty hole. But I walked in and I was talking to her, and I was just like, this is intimidating that you sitting right here. And she was just like, it's not that bad. And I was just like, to you, entered red.
To you.
So, they did really good. Like, I talked to them afterwards because I had my mentor. I had, well, it ain't no point in me naming these people. Y'all don't know her. But, I had both of my mentors. One of my mentors don't know she my mentor because we never talk. But she cool. But my other mentor, we do talk. And she be at all the mentor meetings. Because my other mentor doesn't come to the mentor meeting. Because I genuinely don't think she knows that she's my mentor. But, I had both of them. And they literally did everything flawlessly. Like, the only like feedback the teacher had was, the first girl didn't tell me to scoot up because I was like, had my hand out on the table like that, and you know the session was for 7 minutes, and she was just like, the only feedback I have for you is you got to tell your client to scoot up because that's to have them sit like that in that position for 7 minutes is kind of crazy. And she was just like, I thought about that after the fact or whatever. So kudos to her because my girl did good. Shout out to you. And then the other feedback was somebody didn't clean off the ultrasound equipment after she cleaned it off first, but then after she got done with me, she didn't clean it off and she ended the session. And she was like, the only feedback I have is for you to clean off. But they all did really good. So I really can't wait to be a second year and know exactly what they know. I did talk to most of them and they was just like, the only advice that they had was like, anxiety is gonna be through the roof and you'll shoot yourself in the foot. You know way more than you think you know. And she was like, if you could just take a step back and like take that deep breath and just know that you have it, like I feel like everything will be so much better. And honestly, because of that, every time I do like a sim lab or I do any type of presentation, I speak up in class, like I don't have any anxiety because they're like, you don't need that. Like basically you don't need that. So all the anxiety that I usually do have for situations like this, I don't have it now. So it's like, in my head, I'm gonna use this delusion to my best ability. Like, we learned about delusions in mental health yesterday. So, it's different types of delusions. So, I'm finna be delusional and be like, oh, I know this. I'm that girl. I'm already an OT. I'm already thinking like one. Like, I got this in the bag. What are you talking about? So, yeah. It was cool, though. I wish I would have got it on camera. But, in the moment, it's just like, dang, like, they're really doing this. They're really nervous. I mean, I wouldn't have recorded them. I would have recorded myself. But I was in a character. I'm Mark. You help me? Yeah, I don't know if he was an Army veteran, but I did that. I got a son. I'm out here trying to feed my son. So I need my hand back together so I can keep typing for my son, on my soul. On my soul. So, yeah. Kind of early. Don't really know what to do with myself. So, see y'all back at the house. What's up, y'all? Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, so I just wanted to give y'all an update of how grad school's been going since I haven't posted a video in like, yeah, check the dates on the last post. So first question, how's grad school? Mind you, nobody asked me this. I'm just asking myself this. So yeah, grad school is good. Like, I don't know what I expected grad school to be, but like, honestly, because I BS so much in undergrad and I kind of just got by, I genuinely feel like I just got by. And I thought that I was like gonna have to like put in some real effort to like stay afloat. You really don't, honestly. The teachers here advocate that C's get degrees. Not saying like they don't want you to give your best effort. Like that's definitely not the case. And that's not, I don't think that's how any of us take it. But Jesus, did I have a stroke? Can't wait to learn about strokes. I think I just had that. I might have to replay that clip back from my teacher. Anyways, yeah, like it's not what I expected. Like, I think having caring teachers and like people that are actually passionate about like what they do helps a lot, like a lot. And I just like that they care about the job and care about us. And they don't want us to fail. Like, that's definitely not the case. Like, they genuinely don't want you to fail. But they also say like, your grades don't make you a great OT. Like, you're a great OT because you're a great OT. Like, these tests, they have nothing to do with nothing. So, so as far as that, grad school is really great. I do think that Clarkson or just the OT program in general is definitely a best kept secret. And I would recommend the school to people that are like me, that's like, who definitely didn't give their all in undergrad, but like definitely wanted better for themselves. It's just, you know, you just don't be feeling like, yeah, I don't feel like doing it. But they definitely motivate you to want to do more. I expect more out of myself because nobody else expects more out of me. They like, I think just being and doing is good enough for like my family and friends. So like, if I'm doing more than what they have done in their life, it's kind of just like, yeah. And it's just like, that's not enough, babes. That was the bare minimum. I don't want to do the bare minimum, you know? So, yeah. Next question. Classes, midterms. How was that? Okay. I have 7 classes. The only class that's really a struggle for real is anatomy. And I can't really say that's really a struggle because it's doable. Like, everybody was so stressed about anatomy when we first got in here, and we had a new teacher, and it's really not terrible. Like, my first test that I ever did, I got an 86 on the written, and I got a 79.5 on the dry wet lab. And I thought, like, as a very first test, like, that was pretty good. Like, it wasn't, I mean, I didn't fail, so it's kind of like, you know, 70s or higher is, you know. So I'm just like, I felt like I did a great job, but everybody was like pissed about their scores. Like, they text the teacher on behalf of all the class, don't speak for yourself, baby, because I'm good with my grade. So the teacher like changed all of our scores. So now the 79.5 that I originally had, that test score is a 90. I don't know what she did. I don't know how she graded it. All I know is I'm at a 90 now, so I got an A on the first test. Cool. The second test we had, she let us have an index card. Y'all see how small the words is on this index card? Let me let this thing focus. Yeah, front and back, baby. Don't play with me. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That test, I did not. It's my fault because I had every intention to study for that exam, but the problem is we had a break. We had a fall break in between the exam. So we had class, then we had class again, and then we had fall break, and then we had another class, and then we had a test. So it's like I was supposed to study 2 weeks worth of material and then study for that last week and then take the test. But because we took that break, I brought my laptop. I can't even say I had every intention to use that laptop because it wasn't open the entire time that I was on that break. I didn't open it. I'm so sorry. But I was just like locking in on the last week, like the very last week, because it takes me 2 weeks to study anatomy. If I want to do good, that's what I did on the first test. So I assume that, you know, it takes 2 weeks to study. But because I did not do any of that, and I started studying 3 days before the test, knowing that I had like 100 and some muscles and actions and bones, and it ain't even like the bones is easy. Like this would be the humerus or whatever, and they be like, what's this notch called on the humerus? And it'd be a little small dimple, and you got to know what that's called, and what muscle is attached to that, and what action is that, and if that muscle get cut in half, what ability can you not do once you... Girl, it's a lot, and I was not finna learn all that in 3 days. But when I tell you God is on time, woo, shamanamana. Yeah, so we got an email saying, because I guess somebody else sent the email about being stressed out about the test or on the whole class behalf. Like I said, speak for yourself, but this is the one time I'm glad they spoke for me. She sent out an email saying that you can bring 1 index card. When I tell you all 4 weeks is on this card, all 4 weeks. All 4 weeks. On the written part, I got a 96. And on the wet dry lab, I got a 76. Yeah, I got a 76. Just based off if it was not on this card, I didn't know, and that's the only reason why I got a 76. So all of the questions I got right came from this card. Because I didn't know anything. Like, the only thing that's not on here is like ligaments, like what ligaments attach to what bone to bone. I didn't put that on there. I mean, I could have, but I didn't think to put it on there because the last test didn't really have a lot of ligaments. It was all like what muscle was this, the action, what nerve innervates it. So I made sure I put all of that on that 1 index card. And then the brachial plexus was on there. I didn't put the brachial plexus on there either. And so the ligament questions and brachial plexus questions are the questions that I got wrong. So, baby, I take it. Again, did not fail. I'm here for it. So we got another test, the last test, and this one is on like the neck, back, trunk, and cervical spine or whatever. I'm going to study for this, even though I have a break next week, which is Thanksgiving break. Today is Thursday, November 21st, and our break, the last class we have for anatomy is tomorrow, and then we have November break, and then I come back on December 1st, and then our final exam is December 6th. I'm going to be prepared for it. I don't care what nobody say. I'm locked in. I'm lit. I'm not doing nothing this weekend. I'm just going to study, memorize everything. So I'm going to do as much studying and whatnot this weekend before the break so I can just enjoy family. But again, I'm not doing it. Thanksgiving is only one day. October break, I didn't do anything. I didn't care. I just turned my brain off. But it's just like, this is finals week. I really do need to, you know, I just got to strive and push for 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Classes in December 13th. Or finals weeks in December 13th. I don't have a final on December 13th, but I can't come home because I have drill. And that's December 14th through the 15th. So I don't go home until the 16th because for whatever reason, flights in Syracuse do not have direct flights to Atlanta. Then I tried to find a flight from Syracuse, and they were like, oh, the flight is from Syracuse, New York to Orlando, Florida, then to Atlanta. Why would you pass my destination? So obviously, I guess they don't give out parachutes so you can just jump out with your luggage, but I wish they did because I would have did that, because me passing Atlanta just to have, then the layover in Florida is like 10 hours. I could drive back home and beat that plane back. Are you crazy? So yeah, now I think my flight is, it's not a 4 hour later. It's gonna take me 4 hours to get home. So I think I'm going from Syracuse to, I want to say Washington DC and then to Atlanta, but child, I don't know why we can't just have a direct flight, but whatever. So yeah, that's how classes are going. All my other classes are pretty cool. I'm not doing bad in school at all. I can post my grades, my current grades right now. They're pretty good. Like, I think I only got 2 B's. I know I just put my hand up to insert the screenshot, but I don't know what I got in all my classes. I don't know if they updated or not. The last time I checked was like a couple days ago, and I have 7 classes. I had 2 B's and 5 A's, but them little A's is getting down to a 90, 91. And I'm like, dang, kind of want a little bit higher than that. But we cool. We just gonna rock out. We gonna rock out. It's cool. So there's that. Midterm was cool. All my classes were cool. The lowest midterm grade that I got was like a 74. And I wasn't happy about that at all because I really thought that I did good. That class also gave us an index card, which is why I was confused on why, you know. And then the teacher was like, I guess the exam was harder than what I thought it was. But it didn't bring my grade down as much as I thought it would. I think I had like a 98 in that class, and I now have a 94. I don't know what that screenshot gonna say when I post that, but hopefully it's still right there. I don't know, but yeah, my lowest midterm grade was a 74, and surprisingly it didn't come from anatomy, so that tells you a lot. That class was actually evidence-based practice. That's an interesting class. Love the teacher, hate the class. Love the teacher, hate the class. Yeah. So, and then like my development class, I think I got a 94 on that class. That's the class I be playing in. Be having a grand old time swinging on stuff, playing with kinetic sand. That's development. We in early adulthood or something now, so we don't really play as much as we used to. Still like the class because when we take tests, we eat in there. Like, she provide like snacks and juices and stuff. I had some donut hugs. I took like 8 of them. But and then fundamentals, I think I got an A in that class. I think I got an A in professional communications. I did good on all of those midterm exams. Mental health, I thought I was gonna fail that because her tests are a little. Oh, and then this paper right here, if you can see, I put. Hey. Anyways, so we have pop quizzes they're random. They are random, but we could tell when we have one. But I know we're gonna have one next week. But I literally my first pop quiz I got a 70 on. And I was okay with it, but I was just like, I gotta do better. This is the first time I got 100. Can y'all see? I got 100 on my pop quiz, and she put that first quiz on there because that was the first time I got 100. And she added a bonus question on there. Some of the questions that are in blue are MBCOT questions, and MBCOT is the National Board Certified Occupational Therapy Exam. I don't know if that actually stands for that. I just made it up because it sounds good, but hopefully that's what that stands for. But MBCOT questions are the questions we will see, or it's questions that we might see on the MBCOT. We're not going to see this exact questions, but previous tests. She's grabbing questions from previous MBCOT tests and putting them on our exam so we can have a feel for it. And you know, I thought like it wasn't gonna count towards that grade, and I'm like, oh, you putting these on there and they're just extra credit points if we get them right. Actually, no, if you fail them, then you're gonna get a 90 because it's only 2 questions. So yeah, but I always get my AB questions right. That's how I have a great feeling that I'm gonna ace the hell out of my AB when I take it in 2027. But yeah, I got 100 on this, and I was so proud of myself because I was just like, dang, I'll never get 100 on her pop quizzes, but I got one this time. And I was definitely not sure. Like, the way I was circling them doggone questions, I was literally like, and then when I was looking at it, and she was like, you ready to turn it in? And I was like, girl, I did not have faith in myself. But we went over the question as soon as we all turned it in, and I was like, when she was like, what are the 2 main types of dissociative symptoms? And I was like, depersonalization and derealization. And she was like, yes. And I was like, period. So it's like, it's kind of like embarrassing, not embarrassing, but like, because when she asks what the answer is, you have to, you know, obviously say what the answer is because you put it down. But it's just like, you kind of like, oh no, I didn't say that if it's wrong. Because I'm like, ooh, girl, yeah, whoever put that crazy. Yeah, so that was cool. I thought that was pretty cool. And because my wall of first time, I put this on my wall because it was my first time getting 100 on the pop quiz. So the wall is growing, even though it just embarrassed me and popped out. But anyways, yeah, that's it for that. So the next question is, how's your mental health? I can't lie and say that I haven't considered doing Percocets. Like, I know that's extreme. Hold on, hear me out. Hold on, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. So, yeah. So there was this lady that came and spoke to my mental health class, and we learned about substance abuse and all that stuff. And it's so ironic, actually. But I listened to her story, and it was so deep, and it was just crazy. Her name is Brittany Kitchens. She is she's a recovery coach in Colorado. And I don't know if you guys can look her up or whatever, but she's great. But she told us about her story and her life and what she was addicted to or whatever. And you would think, like, listening to a story, you're like, oh, I don't want to be addicted to this stuff. I actually got the opposite message, love. I'm so sorry. But she was like, Percocet was one of the first things she got addicted to. And she was like explaining how it felt for her. And she was like, it was just the most amazing feeling ever. She was like, all of the feelings that I was looking for or whatever I was trying to feel, like Percocets gave me all of that. And in my head, I'm just like, I am trying to feel something. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just want to feel something, like something gotta give. Like, I don't know. So I was just like, let me ask about some Percocets. So I'm telling my friends or whatever, no shade to them, but I was telling my friends, you know, that I was like, I want to try Percs. And one of my friends was like, oh, I got you. Huh? Like, what? Yeah, whatever you want, I got you. Like, we can definitely do that. Oh, you want to join me? Okay, nah, stop me. Cool. And then my other friend was like, well, yeah, I want to try ecstasy. Huh? And LSD. What? Like, wait. Let's pump the brakes. So then my other friend was just like, yeah, I understand. Respect. This is a cry out for help, guys. Y'all don't want to... Are y'all like... What are we doing? Are we trauma bonding? What's going on? So, yeah. I don't know why. Like, you know, in the beginning... I think I mentioned in the beginning of the semester, I was more so like on the lonely side. But then I kind of got over it. And now it's kind of just like... I don't know. Like, I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm just content. But I don't know. Like, I just want to feel something. Like, feel a spark. Feel excitement. Like... I think because, like, I'm coming from traveling, like, once a month, and the fact that, like, now I feel like I'm in jail. Like, not even jail like it's, like, bad, but jail like I'm stuck. Like, I just feel stuck, and I don't like sitting still. I don't like being in one place for a long time. That's why, like, the first break that I had, I was ready to, you know, I'm not opening my laptop because I know I got to go back to this lifestyle. I don't want to do nothing. Like, I don't want to do nothing like that, but because I know this break, I only got 2 weeks left, like, I'm on it. Like, just rock out for these last 2 weeks. They've been going by fast. Like, September lasted for 13 months. October lasted for 7 months. November been speeding by. It's all ready to end, baby, and I love that for me. Go on, speed up, baby. We don't even need you. Scorpio season, shout out to y'all, but come on, bring in whatever next, because it really don't matter till it get to Aquarius, you feel me? Be Aquarius. Anyways, Yeah, so I don't know what it is. So because all of my friends are psychopaths, I decided to reach out to our campus like mental health, and they really should get better at this. But I reached out to them and I was like, hey, you know, I want to schedule an appointment for a therapy session, whatever. And they literally emailed me back and was like, oh, we ain't taking on new people right now, but if it's an emergency, you can do a one-time consultation or whatever. But if you're trying to stay long term, we ain't got it. Now, if I off myself, then what? But I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, how are y'all a therapy anything for an entire university and y'all don't take upcoming, incoming, newcoming, anybody coming students if they got a problem? Like, I genuinely don't understand that. Like, how is this not accessible to everybody? Like, why do we have to be put on hold to where we can't even do ongoing services? And then you tell us so we can do a one-time thing. Okay, what if I need that one time multiple times? Is there a limit to how many one-time times I can come? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, the fact that that's even a thing or a problem at a university is crazy to me. Like, what do you mean you can't take me right now? Like, but y'all promote mental health so much, and it's just like, how do you tell people to come see y'all, and then y'all can't even have space for the people that are like having problems? So I thought that was dumb. I didn't respond back to the email because I was hoping they thought that I jumped off a roof and feel bad. So yeah. But then I got in touch with I went online and I was looking up psychiatrists because I'm just like, instead of doing perks, let me do something that's like not let me do something, but like let me explain what I'm feeling to a psychiatrist so they can prescribe me something that will give me whatever I'm looking for, and it's like a safer route, because you can't just be out here doing Percocets, Perk 30, baby, Perk 30, you know what I mean? And so I reached out. I was supposed to have an appointment at 2:30 today. But I canceled it because it was just too much going on, because I had to do the patient client thing. So wasn't trying to, it was just a lot. So, I ended up crying in the middle of my mental health class. I broke out crying because I was trying to plan this whole thing to the schedule an appointment for my psychiatrist, and they kept asking me like different questions and my health insurance and all this stuff. And I was just like, dang, like when you're on your parents' health insurance, everything is so much smoother. Like, you just click a button, they be like, oh, you're scheduled. Oh, you're scheduled. Like, they don't ask you all of these questions. They don't ask you, like, I don't mind giving my, benefits number ID and all that stuff, but they, like, intake forms. Like, it was just so easy when I was on my mom's insurance. Like, everything was just one step away. Like, I literally booked it and then had the appointment the next day. Like, everything was just so smooth. And it's just, like, the fact that, like, once you get kicked off your parents' stuff, it's, like, everything's come 10 times harder. And I was just like, why is it 10 times? Then I guess it doesn't make it any better that I'm on TRICARE. And my mom, she was telling me that, like, TRICARE is, like, it's a little finicky with, like, Kaiser, I guess, because she works for Kaiser. And they were saying, like, she was saying, like, TRICARE don't be paying, or they be late, they don't respond. Like, it's just a whole lot of, so I understand why people don't really mess with TRICARE like that. But it's just like, dude, that's all I got right now. So I don't know what you want me to do. So I had broke down crying because I was like, dang, it was so much easier when I was on my parents' stuff. And I just feel like you should be able to stay on your parents' stuff. Like, you can stay on their insurance for cars. I feel like you should be able to stay on their insurance for a really long time, like, as an adult, because you need it more now than you did back then. Like, what I was going for, shots, like, I'm going to the doctor more now than I did when I was younger. Because we ain't go to the doctor then. Like, the amount of times that lady told me she was going to duct tape me up if I hurt myself, like, girl, So, yeah, that kind of triggered me, and I was just sad. So, but I'm better now. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Like, I mean, who don't want to take a little perky in their lifetime? So, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's cool. I'm gonna be all right. And to help, I bought some cereal, because I figured cereal is my comfort, and the fact that I took it away from me is crazy, because I'm just like, this is your comfort food. So the fact that you took this away from you, instead of, just eating it and being okay and happy, because when you're happy, you're usually eating cereal, and you're not happy right now, it's because you don't have cereal. And I got cereal. I got a big bag, some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I really bought it because I have to get rid of this milk, my oat milk, and it doesn't expire till December 3rd, but I've had it for like 2 months. So, like, December 3rd is coming, so I don't want nothing that's, like, gonna expire while I'm gone for the break. So, trying to eat that real quick, real fast, and yeah, might eat some of this after I get done with this video. So, yeah. So boom, how is work? Work is cool. I'm actually gonna go to work today. My schedule is from Sunday to Thursday, but usually on Thursday I don't have class, and sometimes I have clients, and usually on Thursday, like today, we had that little patient thing, or I had a sim lab, or I had to go observe some kids, which I didn't like because them kids was snot nosed, boogery, and then they wanted to be picked up, and I was just like, I don't know you. So yeah, so on Thursdays it's reserved for those days. But also I just don't want to work because like it's my only day that I have off from school and work. I lied, I got Saturday, but who don't need multiple days? I need multiple days. So but I'm gonna work today because my rent is due, baby, and rent is like $750, and I only get paid like $250 a week, $250. I need to go to work. So my check can be like $300. I know my check gonna be $300 this week because I worked last Thursday, so it's gonna be $300 next week because I'm working tonight, and that's $600 to go to the rent. So all I gotta come up with $100. I'm good for that. I'm good for that. I can do that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But work is cool. Like I like my coworkers. Everybody I work with has been addicted to something, and it's so crazy that I be taking like the mental health class and I can just apply it to real life, literally at work. But like, I got people that's in there that's addicted to meth, people that have tried everything under the sun because they grew up in a trap house. My other coworker, I was asking him, I was like, yesterday, literally when I was talking about the perks, I was like, hey, can I ask you something personal? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, how does perks make you feel? Like, is it true that it's like the best feeling in the world? He was like, oh yeah, it's great. I've been addicted to them. And I said, you too? That's crazy. Literally everybody at work has been addicted to something, and they have recovered, went to rehab, and they're great now. And I just think it's so crazy. Like, they have the best personalities. They're so great. They're so fun. And it's just like the fact that these people are literally recovering addicts and I work with all of them is just literally insane to me. But I think it's kind of cool at the same, because I learned so much. Like, they can cook it. They can sell it. Like I found out that meth is the #1 selling drug, and Potsdam is so easy to get. And I'm just like, okay. And then my coworker that's addicted to perks, he was like, do you have an addictive personality? And in my head, I'm like, yeah, you know, everybody love my personality. I'm that girl. And he was like, well, I don't recommend it. I was like, oh, well, what you mean by addictive personality? He was just like you easily get addicted to things. And I was like, the only thing I'm addicted to right now is cereal. And he was like, oh, I had a friend like that. But I was like, well, where do you think I should start? And he was like, about a perk 10, you know, want just, you know, a little fuzzy feeling. But, you know, I said, well, how far do it go? And he was like, I think about a perk 50. And I was like, oh. And he was like, yeah, I used to do them all the time. I forgot how many he said he took, but he was like, he had a friend that took a handful like this and just threw them back. And I was just like, oh, okay. And he was like, they was experiencing out of body experiences. I was like, oh, y'all on X Games mode. I ain't doing all that. And I was like, well, I don't think I'm gonna get addicted to it, because like if I do it while I'm at home and I just come here, I don't have no way to get it. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't be addicted to something I can't get. Like I genuinely feel like it'll be a one-time thing. And I know people in the meth commercials be like, I just wanted to try it once.
I'm gonna try meth just once.
And then they be addicted to it and all their teeth gone. But that's not the case. I don't think I have addicted, but like I feel like I feel like, wow, that was great, and then going about my day. And I might thinking about it occasionally, but the next time I take it would probably be the anniversary of when I took it the first time. So I feel like one a year is not bad. But I'm not doing drugs, Mom. If you're watching this, family, I'm not doing drugs. Just saying. So, yeah. Work is cool. Like, I do learn a lot about drugs, and their lives and their kids. And yeah, they're quite an interesting group of people, and I love it. I wish I made more, but for the time being, we're just gonna have to work with what I got. I'm grateful for the job. Might have to apply for unemployment because I don't know who's gonna pay rent for January 1st, but rent's gonna still be due. So yeah, that's that. All in all, grad school is great. My advice, if you think you cannot do grad school, you absolutely can. It's definitely not the same as undergrad. I definitely think that y'all should do research on like the teachers. I feel like, you know how like people say when you know, if the interview does not feel like home, doesn't feel like personable, doesn't feel like you belong, if they don't make you feel like you belong in your interview, then it might not be the school for you. Like my interview, I was like, it felt like God came down and was like sat next to me and was like, this is the sign. If you don't take it, I'm gonna strike you down. Something like that. I don't know. But like it just felt like it was definitely for me. And I feel like if it doesn't seem like it's for you and it doesn't feel like it's aligning with you in an interview, like off rip, then it's probably not for you. But the grad school is definitely doable. A lot of the second years are just people that's like, we started in August of 24. We would be a second year or considered a second year next August. So these people started in 23 of August, and they tell us all the time, like, you know more than what you think you know. Is I don't know, like it's definitely, it's not hard. It's definitely doable. I just encourage anybody, like if you're thinking about doing grad school, you should definitely do it. I don't know, like me being paired to like a mentor and other people, we have third years checking in. Like I know it's a 2-year program, but it's like 2.5 because we got this semester and I got 2 full years after this. I have people that are out on field work, and I wouldn't do field work until summer of 26. So I've had people that are on their field work reach out to me and check in on me. Like I've had 2 people reach out and check on me. I've had second years check on me. Like it's very like they care. Like the teachers care all the way down to the students, and they definitely will give you all the advice in the world. Like if you have clients or simulations, they'll act like real patients. If they gotta yell, cuss at you, do whatever just so you can pass, they will do that because they've been there and they wish that they had that. So it's very supportive here. All you gotta do is ask for help. But it's doable. I don't know what the other semester has for me. The second years did say that it gets easier, but then it gets harder all over again. So I think they're in their hard part right now. But they said second semester is pretty easy. Then summer it gets rough, and then where they are right now. So my next 2025 fall will be like getting back harder for me. But I'm just gonna go with it. Like they believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So I'm just trying to match they freak at this point. So I think I got it. Ain't no turning back now, baby. They already got my 20K in loans. So ain't no way to go but up. So that's how I'm taking it. I'm gonna take this delusional all the way to graduation day, baby. All the way till I pass my MBK income certified. You feel me? So yeah, it's doable. And I just encourage, if you think about grad school, do your research. If it ain't eating down in that interview, do not go. Just rock out. It shouldn't be hard. Like it's hard. Well, I don't know if it's hard because I ain't got there yet, because this is pretty easy. It's light work. Definitely if you apply yourself, it's really not that bad. But hopefully I can keep that same energy next semester and don't be crying. But they did say you gonna cry a lot. But baby, I already been crying, so hopefully I'm out of tears by the time I'm supposed to be crying for real. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next semester. It should be fun. It will be fun because life is what you make it. Right. So yeah, what I have next, I have a dance recital. I promised some girls that I met that I would come to a dance recital at the school I work at. So the school across the street. I was supposed to go to the dance recital tonight, which is the opening night, but I can't because I agreed to go to work. So, and it starts at 7:30. So I'm going to go to I'm going tomorrow because I don't work tomorrow. So I'm gonna catch up with them tomorrow, and I'm gonna bring you guys along so we can all go to the dance recital together. So yeah, I went to a play last week and I recorded that on my phone. I didn't record it on my camera, and I should have. And I'm just like, girl, you forgot you're a vlogger. Obviously I did. So I think that I'm gonna do better in recording stuff that's happening here and what's going on, because like I be forgetting, like I really do like recording. I do like vlogging. I do like life. I think I like this little life, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, I just be here. Like I just walk out the door and just go do something. But I'm gonna do better. Definitely gonna do better. I'm trying to do Vlogmas, but that's on my other channel. This ain't, girl, don't be getting into that. This ain't the right channel. Y'all better go follow my lit channel. Y'all better yeah, go follow her. Cause that way you get lit. Cause we finna go to Canada that week. Girl, I gotta tell y'all the tea on that. But y'all gotta go watch that tea over there. Cause This is supposed to be professional. So yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. OT in the making. Catch y'all in 2027. Not when the next vlog come out. That's not when the next vlog come out. But definitely on my OT-ish right now. That girl will be that girl. You know that slat whatever. OT is that T in sign language? Yeah, that's T. Oh, what's O? OT. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is going too far. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Think big, bitch.